Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Lee. Lee is from England in the UK. So let's see what Lee has to say. Enjoy the interview. Comfortable?
I'm very comfortable. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm quite excited about this because you're saying about a story. Now, obviously, my story is going to be in a very, very exciting story.
Amazing. So hello, Lee. How are you? How are you?
I'm very well. Yeah, a little bit. I'll be honest with you. This is going to be. It's good because I'm an honest person. Now, obviously, I've been dealing with my mental health for since December. I've been signed off work since December with my mental health.
Yeah.
And I've been struggling with substance misuse, and stuff like that. But like last year, I stayed off it for a year and a half. I've done 6 triathlons. I got podium finish on 4 of them in my age group. I tried qualifying for Great Britain at Bournemouth.
Wow.
I was fighting against this lad, and the swim, he was a bit faster. The bike, I was 10 times faster. I was averaging 21, 20, 22 mile an hour on a road bike.
Wow.
But yeah, so obviously on the bike route, we got to transition roughly about the same time, and then obviously we on the run, we were like that all the time. But he's a little bit younger than me. I'm nearly 40, and when was that last year? So, yeah, I was a couple of years before to 40. But I'm doing okay. But yeah, I nearly qualified for Great Britain age group. I was just out, but obviously, yeah, where I concentrated on training for triathlons last year and working 60, 70 hours a week because I'm a qualified scaffolder, I didn't look after my mental health. So at Christmas time, very tough at Christmas time because how my mum treated me. We'll get onto that later and stuff like that. But yeah, so where I didn't look after my mental health, I just crashed at Christmas, and I did have a big relapse at Christmas.
I see.
Where I spent £20,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your point of views. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, Lee, where are you from?
I am from the United Kingdom. I grew up in a little village in the New Forest called Hythe, which is Hythe.
Okay.
It's like a retirement village, really. There's a lot of charity shops and cafes and all that kind of stuff. But it's a nice little area. But obviously, me and my fiance, we got engaged a couple of months back, and we're due to get married next year. But a few people disagreed where I used to live. So we decided to move out of the area, start a new life. Let's just say it's still within the United Kingdom in Hampshire.
Okay.
But where we live, it's just countryside after countryside after countryside.
Beautiful.
We live on a farm. We live in a static caravan.
Wow.
And yeah, our neighbours are horses, and that's what we like, and
beautiful.
We do like the outside. Now, obviously, because of my mental health and stuff like that, and addiction, that I'm doing really good with. We've been clean for a long period of time now, and we'll get onto the story about that. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. But yeah, we moved out of the area. It's lovely. It's really nice. It's quiet. The people in the area, obviously, where we've moved here, and I've been signed off work. My partner's been signed off work. We're a bit tight for cash, and the locals give me a message because we met them because I've been organising a clean-up team and stuff like that for the village, so we can clean up the pathways and verges. So she messaged me. She said, "Can I pop round? I've got some stuff for you." I went, "Yeah, no worries." She said, "Well, all the people that you met at that meeting that you organised at the pub, we've come together and I've got a farm anyway, and they give us sausages, bacon, a dozen eggs, courgettes, onions, stuff like that, So where we've moved, they're really nice people, but we're not used to that because we've just been mistreated. But where I live is the United Kingdom, in Hampshire, in the countryside. It's very beautiful, and we got a lovely river as well. So yeah, it's
Amazing.
good.
Amazing. Okay. Lee, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Without 100%, I'm really intrigued, without a shadow of a doubt.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Okay, full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now, just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Lovely, brilliant, thank you.
Okay, let's do it. Right, Lee, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah.
First question for you is, what's your idea of a perfect friendship?
Right, the perfect idea, the perfect idea of a perfect friendship is somebody that has your back through thick and thin. Now, obviously, this is a good question because I thought I had friends and they've turned against me. But the perfect friend is somebody that knows you, understands your problems, understands you, is there for you when you're in need, all that kind of stuff. Now, my fiance, this is a perfect friend. My fiance, we were friends for 10 years.
Oh.
And we both have the same conditions, ADHD, bipolar, all that kind of stuff, childhood PTSD, stuff like that. Now, she was the perfect friend. She knew me, she understood me, and whenever I spoke to her, she understood what I was talking about. And when she talks to me, I understand what she talks about. You know, we've been going through a lot of stuff at the moment. She's understood me. Now, she's my best friend. She's my soulmate. She's the love of my life. Now, that is a perfect example of a perfect friend.
Amazing. And what's the biggest difference between both of you?
Say that again, sorry?
What's the biggest difference between both of you, in you and your fiancé?
Right. Now, the difference between us is that my ADHD is treatable. I have medication. My fiance is untreated. So she's like that all over the place, and I'm like that going, yeah, okay. You know, so that's the difference between us two.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next question. Let's do it. Hey, Lee from England. Next question is, are you a cat or a dog person? And if you could be an animal, which one that would be?
Right. Okay then. So if I was going to be a cat or a dog, I think I could show you the answers to that. Luna, Bubs, come here, my darling. Come here. Now this is Luna. Say hello to Luna.
Hello, Luna.
She is a rescue dog from off a farm. He used her as bait for the hunting dogs.
Wow.
And he said he couldn't control her, so he was going to shoot her. So my fiance found out about this and saved her, basically. So
Wow.
now she is part of the family with us. So I'd rather be a dog. Now, there is one other animal. If I wanted to be an animal, I'd definitely be a monkey, because I've got the long arms already anyway, you know, so I could just, you know, yeah, I would definitely be a chimpanzee, without a doubt.
Lee, when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Lee?
The most I like about being me, which I've really discovered in the last couple of, well, a year, is that I can be myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do have twerks and quirks and stuff like that. I do tick, I do talk to myself, I do have my own crazy little ways. But I would never change that, because obviously me being me the way that I am puts smiles on other people's faces, because, you know, they can relate to me. It's like my fiance. I can do something or come out with something and she'll just look at me and laugh and smile, you know, and she'll get that, you know. And she always says to me, "Don't ever change," and I won't, you know, because I've had to pretend to be this other person because I've never felt like I fitted in, you know, because of my ADHD and stuff like that and
Mhm.
childhood trauma. But I would never ever change the way that I am now because I love being me and I like putting a smile on people's faces.
Do you feel like you're living your best life right now?
I'll be honest with you, 100%. Now, I've been suffering with drug addiction from an early age in teens. You know, I've tried many things to try come off it, like the 12-step recovery and all that kind of stuff, and it never worked for me. Obviously, last year, found the love of triathlons, you know, so I was focusing my addiction on that, and I stayed off the drugs for a year and a half. So,
Wow.
yeah, but now we do the gym together.
Uh-huh.
We go wild camping in the Lake District, Yorkshire Dales, Wales, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we like the outdoors. You know, I've just started getting into cold water plunging. We've
Yeah.
got a nice little river with water mules and stuff like that. So we go down there in the morning, and I go in there. At the moment, I'm here. You know, I'm slowly working up, but I'm only on day 3. So, you know, yeah, it's good.
Well, I was checking your TikTok videos and I could see some of your videos in the water. I could check it. I
Yeah.
could
Mm.
Sweet, very sweet. Next question, ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Next one. You like dancing, Lee?
Funny enough, I do like dancing, to be fair, but my dancing's not really a dance. It's more like a jiggy, 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 you know? So,
Before the next question, Lee, of course, you mentioned a lot about mental health in your videos, in
yes.
your TikTok page, and also in the interview. So, tell a little bit about your journey, regarding mental health, if you can share.
Wow. Okay. From an early age, my mum mistreated me and neglected me and stuff like that. She,
Mhm.
on a daily basis, used to tell me that she never wanted me. You know, I was an accident and stuff like that. And she used to hit me with a bamboo cane every day till it snapped. Now, it was quite tormenting because obviously I do remember that very, very clearly. And I remember laughing, I was crying all the time, but then all of a sudden just switching it and laughing. And that's through trauma. But all through my life, I'm not going to go on to the long version. I'll give you the short version.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all through my life, my mum's allowed her boyfriends to hit me and stuff like that. I've seen sexual acts, blah, 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 blah. Then one of my relatives done a sexual act to me. Yeah, and obviously, I'm currently seeking help to deal with all that.
Mhm.
But then obviously at an early age, I got into drugs, you know, the usual blah, blah, blah. But the one that really grabbed hold of me was now that was tough. It was really, really tough. The more I loved it, the more I done it. The more I done it, the more secluded I got. You know, it started off as really great. You know, everybody loves it, but it's not. It's called the devil's dust for the reason. But you're very sociable at the beginning, right? But then you slowly start saying, "Yeah, come on, lads, let's go back to my place." But then that place starts. I'll tell you what. Let's not bother going to the pub now. Let's go around mine and we get right on it. But then you're realizing that you sat there on your own, doing it all day, doing it all night for days and days and days and days, spending thousands and thousands of pounds, seriously messing your head up even more than what your parents did when you were younger. You know, and it's just a rolling effect. You know, I think it's nearly 5 years now that I think it was COVID. Obviously, COVID. I've done it every day. You know, all day, every day. And then I struggled. I realised that I couldn't stop, and then I was doing it more and more. And then I kept. I done all right on the 12-step recovery, to be honest with you. When I reached out, because my friend worked in a mental institute and she was a drinking drug counsellor, so I said to her, "I need help. I can't stop the drugs. Can you help me?" And then she passed me on to a few people that was in the rehab, and yeah, I started the work. and basically, I don't know if you or anybody on your channel know about the 12-step recovery. It's a spiritual-based program where you admit that you're an addict, and you write down all your defaults and what everybody else has done to you, blah blah blah. Then you talk to your sponsor about it. Bearing in mind this spiritual-based program was written in 1839 by a bloke called Rob. And yeah, basically, once you've done the 12-step recovery and you've got everything off your chest and you've made amendments to people that doesn't cause harm to you, and etc. Blah blah blah. After all that, excuse me. After all that, you get this spiritual awakening, and you don't ever have a desire to use again. Now, some people that aren't really religious, I'm a Christian. You know, I've been going to church for many years. You know, and now where we've moved, we're trying to find a church to go to because we feel safe there, don't we, darling? But yeah, so obviously the 12-step recovery is a spiritual-based program, but the problem is, once you've done the 12-step recovery, you can help somebody else out. Now, obviously, I never got to that point. Always got to step 10 where it was making amendments, and I found it difficult. You know, for years I just masked everything, and I didn't know how to be this apologetic person and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, so I couldn't get on with a 12-step recovery. But once you've done it, you help other people. But then you can tell your war story about where you come from and where you got to and stuff like that. But I kept picking resentments up because it just made me remind of what I'd done when I was in the mix. So obviously that's when I found the love of triathlons. 6 triathlons. I'd done I'll tell you the story from the beginning. I got my son into my care at the age of 9. He's now 14. He's on the middle spectrum of autism. Now, I wanted to raise money for an autistic charity from the UK. I found one. They went, yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for sending all this stuff to make the money. But I wanted to swim the channel. The channel is £4,000 from Dover to Calais. Yeah, it's £4,000 to swim that. It'd be cheaper to get the bus, to be honest with you. That's how I look at it. But, you know, yeah, so obviously I wanted to do something. I found this group that were swimming the Solent from Ryde on the Isle of Wight to Stokes Bay and Gosport. And they went, yeah, you can join us as long as you can raise money for our finish side. I raised money for National Autistic Society and Research for Motor Neuron Disease. And I raised just over £2,000 for both charities. Amazing. But the trick was I couldn't swim, right? So I learned how to swim in 7 months, then swam 3.2 miles in 3.5 hours. Wow. Raised £2,000 for that charity. Then the year after that, I lost my dad to COPD, which is a lung disease. So I got into running after I'd done the Solent, and I said, well, I'll do a marathon to raise money in aid of my dad for losing my dad to COPD. So in that year, I was still trying to tackle drug addiction, bear in mind. In that year, I ran 6 half marathons. Wow. And a full marathon, done 1,400 miles. My PB on 5K was 1906. My PB on 10K was 38:22, blah blah blah. And so a half a marathon was 1:36, and then a full marathon 4:21. Wow. So that was it. After I'd done that, I thought I'd get into triathlons. Done 6 sprint triathlons. Didn't take it really seriously. Then I'd done 3 Olympic triathlons the year after that. The drug addiction got hold of me again, and I was away for a year and a half, 2 years. Then, obviously, COVID, blah blah blah, etc., etc. I have stepped back and gone forward, but I'm sure you're getting the gist of the story. But then COVID come, all events stopped, so then I went back into the mix again. But then when COVID stopped, then I got back into training, blah blah blah, etc., etc. And then obviously last year, I thought I'd get back into sprint triathlons again. Done my first try. Good God, that was difficult. You know, it was a pool-based triathlon, but my God, I definitely felt it. So I wanted to improve myself. I got hold of a girl called Camille King. If you look her up on YouTube and stuff like that, she represents Great Britain in her age group. She done Kona this year. Yeah, she done Kona this year, and she come 21st out of like 150 people. So that's pretty good going. But that
Wow.
was my coach. So obviously she coached me for my next 5 events. I got podium finish in my age group on 4 events. Then I tried qualifying for Great Britain age group. And then, like I said earlier on, I was shuffling with this bloke for the run and he beat me and he got within that 5%.
Right.
Now obviously, it's got better and better and better, stronger and stronger and stronger. We learn from our mistakes and we just bounce back, darling, don't we? We do. She's like that. She's nodding. But so it's been tough, but we still keep fighting back. We still keep smiling. We still keep making each other laugh.
Amazing.
You know, but what I'm doing now is I'm getting the professional help that I need for my PTSD, childhood PTSD. I'm getting help for my ADHD. I'm getting help for all my other mental health issues. But what I can say is my best friend moving in with me, then us becoming lovers. She's the only thing that's keeping me going, and I'm the same with her. My weaknesses is her strengths, and her weaknesses are my strengths.
Amazing.
And that's how we work it. And and now that my mental health has been like a roller coaster over the last few weeks. But I do a lot of videos of food reviews and stuff like that. But I thought every evening now, regardless if I'm tired or I'm not feeling it or anything like that, I'm going to take myself out of myself to put a bit of time and effort by having an open box on TikTok, and people can come in, talk about their problems, and even if they don't want to talk, just sit there, listen to other people's problems.
Amazing.
But then, between me and my partner, we've got 64 years of heartache, trauma, experience, information. We're no professionals, but we are keen on helping, supporting people, and that's our little bit of giving back, really. We've been through trauma, we've been through heartache, but just to try and listen to somebody else about their problems makes us feel better, doesn't it, darling?
Amazing.
And that's our story, really. That's my story, and
I'm glad.
I've been through a lot. And so's my partner, and we keep fighting back. Amazing. And we keep smiling, and we keep supporting each other.
Amazing.
Do you agree? Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you are in a better place and you are trying to get things right. I think it's great to see. Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Next question is, what is the happiest day in your life so far, and why you consider that?
Wow. The happiest day of my life so far, bearing in mind it's not been a good year. The happiest day of my life was going to my dad's grave, taking my girlfriend at the time, and I had a little pray to my dad and asked, can I have permission to marry Ali? Wow. And I got all these goosebumps over my body, and that was the answer. So I said, Ali, come here, and I said, you're the love of my life. We haven't been together long, but we've known each other for so long, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Beautiful.
Will you marry me? And I recorded it. It's on TikTok. If anybody wants to give us a follow, my name's Crazy Lee, and the Harris family on there. And I mean now, like, Ali's slowly getting introduced to it, but I'm trying to do all these little videos that we do and all the funny stuff. But yeah, the greatest day of my life so far this year, even ever, is proposing to my fiance.
Beautiful.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, and she's great. There's not. I look at her every day, and I just think, do you know what? She's amazing, and that's a true story. That's from here. She's an amazing lady.
Great.
And it's good. It's really good. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional now.
It's okay. It's beautiful to see that. Amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just like
Okay. I have 3 questions.
Good. Come on, then. Let's get to the next question.
I have 3 questions left. Let's do it.
little deep, a little boogie.
Okay. Next question. Next question for you is, what do you like the most about yourself?
Now, this is a difficult question, really, because all my life I've hated my life, really, because obviously what I've been through. But what I like about my life at the moment, right, repeat the question again, sorry.
What do you like the most about yourself?
Well, what I like about myself at the moment is that my true, we talked about this earlier, but my true personality, I can be me.
Yeah.
If I have my mental health days where I'm talking to myself a little bit too much and stuff like that, my fiance doesn't go, Lee, shut up, you can't do that, or anything like that. She just lets me do it, you know, and I like that, and she's the same, and blah blah blah, and you know, I'm just, it's just great. It's good. I can be me, and I've never been able to be me throughout my whole life. So for both for me and my fiance to actually come out of our shells and realize that, you know, what we used to be like, that wasn't really us. It's just something else that was making us change. But I like being me the way that I am now. Thank you very much.
Amazing. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Next question for you is, do you have a nickname?
Do I have a what? Sorry?
Nickname?
Right. I'm a qualified scaffolder. In the scaffolding world, of all the scaffolders that know me, my nickname was Ginge. Because it doesn't really look like I've got ginger hair, but I am going to tell you the story. We were working away at the Red Bull wind tunnel in Bedford, and I had a few too many to drink, and I was being a bit gobby. So basically, what the lads done was pin me to the pool table, strip me off naked, and I had ginger pubes. So that's where the nickname come from, Ginge. But they did tie me to the pool table and leave me there for a good couple of hours while people were coming in and out of the pub, me naked at 19 years of age. Yeah, so that's my nickname, Ginge, in the scaffold world. So Ginge, yeah.
I like that. And nowadays, people just call you Lee.
People on TikTok call me Crazy Lee.
Yeah.
Because I am all a little bit crazy, hyperactive, you know, all that kind of stuff. But that's everybody just calls me Lee. Then that's that, really. Yeah, Lee. Yeah.
Amazing. Last question, ready?
Yes, thank you.
Let's do it. Last question, Lee.
We're doing it. We're jigging it. We're going. Let's go.
Now I'm gonna keep in my mind Ginge.
Yeah, that's it.
Before the last question, Lee, you know, you talked very open about it in the beginning of the interview about, you know, the troubles that you had growing up, yes, you know, regards your family, regards the way you've been brought up. My question for you is, have you forgiven those people in the past who harm you somehow, who, you know, made you, you know, go through those situations in your life? Have you forgiven them?
Right. That question like really makes me emotional because I can't forgive my mum. I can't forgive my auntie. I can't forgive anybody that's caused any harm towards me or to my fiance.
Right.
My everybody that's hurt me are in denial, and they've never admitted their wrongdoings. You know, and that will never be closure for me. It never will. The only time that it will be closure is when they're 6 foot under the ground, because they can't admit their wrongdoings. And that does hurt me, because some people say, no matter how many apologies you get, it still doesn't stitch up the wounds that they give you, you know? And that's very true. You know, it doesn't. So I can't forgive anybody that's done anything wrong to me, you know, and I never will, You know, there's a lot of people that have done a lot of bad stuff. So me and my fiance in the last year, but we still keep fighting back. You know, and that's the main thing.
I
And
see.
we are a lot stronger. You think about it, one stick, you snap easy. You have two sticks, we're a lot stronger, aren't we?
I see.
And when we're stronger, we don't snap. We just get stronger.
Amazing. Okay. Last question is, describe yourself in 3 words.
Ooh. I would like to say I'm funny.
Okay.
I'm caring.
Yeah.
I'm loving.
Okay.
I'll give you 3 more. Thoughtful.
Okay.
That I'll give you that. That's enough, really. I don't want to. I don't really want to.
Give a negative one, a negative word to define yourself.
A negative word.
Yeah.
Useless.
Useless. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay. I'm going to give away some words. Just them one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
One word for money.
Dollar.
Family. Fear.
Losing my fiance.
Life.
Ooh. Life. Worth living.
Okay. One word for love.
Say that again. Sorry.
Love.
Love. What? One word for love.
Yeah.
One word for love. Unconditional.
Okay. Religion.
Christian.
One word for sex.
Fantastic. Only
One-
with my fiance, though. Only with my fiance.
One word for politics.
Useless.
Friendship.
Hard done by.
Okay. Desire.
Passion.
Regret.
Guilt.
Success.
Happiness.
One word for wish.
Fiance.
Okay. Happiness. One word.
Happiness for what? One word for happiness. Overjoyed.
Okay. And the last one now. Actually, one word for England.
4 seasons. Right. That is one word, isn't it? Really.
I like that. I like that. Actually, I like that. 4 season. I love it. And the last one now. Mental health. One word.
Soul destroying.
Okay, so let's pretend now I'm going to meet your fiance for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, define Lee in 1 positive word and 1 negative word. What should say?
What would you say? So
Empathetic.
there we go.
Okay, and negative?
He shouts.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much for showing your voice on the show. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, let's play now Lee and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it.
Come on then.
Hey, Lee, you can ask me a question now.
Right. I have thought about this because it's if you ever had to change anything in your life, what would name one thing that you would change in your life?
Wow, great question. Great question. You know what, Lee? I think if I could change something in my life or something about myself, overthinker. I sometimes I find myself overthinking too much, and sometimes I get drained because a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So if I could, change something about me or about the way I am, it's about overthinking. If I could relax more about that, I think that would something I would change for sure.
Yeah, that's just pretty weird because obviously with our ADHD and stuff like that, we are overthinkers.
Yeah.
You know, we are the kings, but it's not just like one thought. It's like it's like a motorway. There's 101 cars just zooming past through our heads continuously, but all it's doing is picking out the negative words and picking out the negative things instead of trying to praise us up and go, wow, yeah, whoa, you know. It's just trying to bang, 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 you know. And that's probably how it feels with you. It's tiring. It's demoralizing. It's not a nice feeling. It's not.
No.
It really isn't.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
the older I get, I try to work on it, but sometimes it just hits me like that, and it's difficult to control for sure.
Yeah, well, it's been really good talking to you. Really, I've quite enjoyed it.
Thank
It's
you.
very overwhelming. It's really, really good.
Thank you so much. First of all, thanks so much for being so kind and sweet and accepting the invitation. And also, thanks so much for being so open. And I'm so happy to see you, improve yourself. I can feel your energy that feel so happy right now, improve yourself along with your fiancé. And it's great to see you went through so much in your life in the past, but somehow you are, you look back and you make you stronger now, and you are, and I just wish all the best. I just wish that you keep going with your positive thoughts in your channel, in your
Without a
TikTok.
doubt,
And before you go, Lee, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
a quote. Right, here we go. This is called the Serenity Prayer. Right?
Okay.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. So there we go.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Regards to your fiancé, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Okay?
Lovely. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. God bless.
Keep in touch. Take care.
Will do. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.